What up, world? J Tuck here, and welcome to Uncomfortable Conversation. Today I want to have an uncomfortable conversation about the voting topic, and I know we've already passed the term in the election. Everybody's already got all their voting out the way. The reason why I want to have an uncomfortable conversation today about voting, or about this particular topic and about voting, is because of the fact that I was telling the story yesterday about my encounter with going to jury duty yesterday, and I got into how I don't vote and why I don't vote. And I had a follower comment and say that they almost went to my page until they realized or heard me say that I didn't vote. I just kind of made a reference of, like, you know, everybody has their own opinion, you know what I mean? And everybody has different views from the same penthouse, is the way I like to, you know, use or put it in layman's terms. But then as I was scrolling today, I came across Candace Owens and this video that is here that I have up, that I'm playing for you guys. This video of pretty much Candace Owens pretty much calling out Tina Knowles and Beyoncé. And now let's have the uncomfortable conversation. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Let's have the uncomfortable conversation about the fact that Kamala Harris really went on a whole campaign tour, and she had these celebrities twerking and doing all these different types of things, like Beyoncé was talking for a good 3-4 minutes and so on. And now it is now coming out that Kamala Harris paid these celebrities to endorse her. So let's just stop right there for a moment and think about the voting aspect. That the voting is supposed to be based off of, like, no biasness, no type of persuasion other than the persuasion that the candidates are trying to do by word of mouth, by their campaigns and stuff. Isn't it against the law and against the rules to pay somebody for votes, for paying for votes? Like, you guys are just coming out and telling us that certain people are cheating. Now, I get that Candace Owens doesn't, a lot of people don't like Candace Owens because she's a Trump supporter. She's bashed a lot of things Obama has put in place, as well as Joe Biden. You know, she's a big Trump supporter. So a lot of people don't like her because of the things and how she supports Donald Trump and how she talks about Donald Trump. She was on Revolt, on their little segment where they have a stage and they have all these entrepreneurs up there talking about certain things and asking the questions. And her and T.I. kind of got into it a couple months back, or a year or so ago back. But I want to ask and have the uncomfortable conversation about Beyoncé and the fact that everything that Miss Owens said in her video about Beyoncé not being relevant and that she can't sway anybody anymore and that she's not down to earth and that she really does not know what it's like to be a regular person. I have been felt that way. But like Candace Owens says, it's like 5 years ago, if you said anything wrong about the Beehive would attack you and sting you and cancel you even if you weren't famous. Now, not quite so much. And like the uncomfortable conversation talking about what was your husband doing with Diddy and these parties and stuff. But like, you just never gonna speak on it. Beyoncé, is she not looking crazy and looking bad? Furthermore, having Tina Knowles speak for her, which she always has her mom speak for, or somebody release a statement or saying something, which this is nothing new. Meanwhile, she'll sit there and be quiet as a church mouse. I've always felt that Beyoncé does not know what it feels like, or does not remember what it feels like to be a regular person, because she has been walking around as the queen of the world, or the queen of America, for quite some time now. And it's just the truth. And the fact that she got paid $10 million and that they paid Oprah $1 says right there that, like, Beyoncé has more of an influence on the overall people, more so than Oprah, more so than anybody else. And then I want to also bring up the uncomfortable question and the topic of if Kamala Harris did do and pay all of these different celebrities. So right now they're saying that she paid Oprah, she paid Meg Thee Stallion, she paid Beyonce 10 million, Meg Thee Stallion 5 million. They did not disclose how much Eminem got paid to endorse her. And then she did all of this and still lost. Now, I think we're all supposed to be waiting for, I guess, the receipts to come out about how much money she supposedly had in her bank account. And they said she had close to upward of 181 million at the end of October. So at the end of October, she went ahead and kicked into high gear and started cashing people out to endorse her more. And she still loses the election. Like, if Kamala Harris can't even cheat to win the election, what makes you think that all of the black people running to the polls to vote for Kamala Harris was going to make her win, or was going to change anything that has been going on in America since 2008 right now at this point? I mean, let's really have an uncomfortable conversation. I want y'all to listen to my words and actually think back to what has actually changed since 2008. They just slap another name on it. I mean, like, look at the Joe Biden. I mean, look at the Obamacare shit. They went ahead and took that and slapped another name on it, and people were hoodwinked and gaslit, where people felt that if the Obamacare had been done away with, they just disguised it and put another name on it. It's kind of the same for voting. Like, it's supposed to be illegal to persuade people to vote. Yet you're telling me that one of the our vice president right now, and one of the main people that is running for president for the next term, you're telling me that she just cheated. Now, Tina Knowles is denying it, but the thing about the truth is that it always has to come out. What happens in the dark will come to light. When it comes to receipts and how much the presidential election cost, or her Kamala Harris's campaign cost, guess what? She has to turn in her receipts at the end of the year. So it has to come out. And miscellaneous 5 million, a miscellaneous 10 million is not going to go unnoticed or unchecked. Let's have this uncomfortable conversation that is looking like the older Beyonce and Jay-Z are getting, the more they're starting to show their true colors, and it seems like they're digging a hole that's bigger and bigger each year for themselves. I don't see where Candace Owens lied or said anything biased, opinionated, or wrong about Beyonce and Jay-Z. I think that a lot of us have felt this way about the Queen Bee for a long time, and been giving her the side eye for a long time, but has never been asking her to explain herself. Kind of like corporate America in Georgia. You know, all us black people see that it ain't working right, and see that it ain't being ran right, and we ain't being treated right amongst these corporate white people, or amongst the corporate America in Georgia. But we won't say nothing. We'll just keep looking side-eye and be like, oh, I'm glad that ain't me. Because down here in the South, it's every man and woman for themselves. Can't nobody tell them nothing, and I wish a nigga would tell me this and tell me that. But yeah, man, what do y'all think, man? Is it really time to cancel Beyonce too? I think it is. I think she doesn't do enough for this community and the people that she so desperately says that she cares about. She doesn't speak out or say anything. Just vote for a black woman because she black, and take it from a mom because I'm a mom. Nah, I don't think the people are buying your bullshit no more, Beyonce or Jay-Z. Yeah. Uncomfortable conversations. Let's talk about it. I think Beyonce's done. J Tuck, out.